What's up everyone, I'm Dan and thanks to P-Cube for the review code for Kusan City of Wolves on the Nintendo Switch system. City of Wolves wears its inspirations proudly, but it never feels like it's simply trying to imitate the games that have come before it. Instead, developer Circle from Dot takes the familiar top-down twin-stick shooter formula and builds a stylish, punishing experience around it, combining lightning-fast action, tactical combat and an incredible sense of atmosphere. It's a game that demands patience, sharp reflexes and a willingness to fail repeatedly, but those who stick with it will discover one of the most rewarding action games in recent memory. The first thing that grabbed me wasn't even the gameplay, it was the music. Before I'd even fired a single shot, the title screen soundtrack had me sitting there for a couple of minutes simply listening. That opening track perfectly sets the mood for this grim, neon-soaked world ahead. Throughout the adventure, the soundtrack continues to impress with excellent blend of jazz, hip-hop and electronic influences, featuring music from Korean hip-hop producer L'Optimist. Every level feels energized by head-bopping beats that somehow manage to sound both stylish and melancholic at the same time. It's one of those soundtracks that genuinely makes the entire experience shine. I cannot state enough how much I love the music in this game. Visually, City of Wolves embraces a beautiful comic style and it looks fantastic. The rain-soaked city is bursting with bright neon colors that contrast brilliantly against the darker tone of the story. Every environment has its own identity with glowing streets, abandoned buildings and dangerous arenas, creating a memorable backdrop for the relentless action. Despite the retro-inspired visuals, there's a modern cinematic flair to the presentation that helps the game stand out. That cinematic style carries over into the storytelling. Rather than lengthy dialogue scenes, the narrative unfolds through comic book style panels that are beautifully illustrated and well paced. You play as Jin, an ex-soldier turned mercenary who finds himself caught in a dangerous conspiracy while attempting to rescue a mysterious girl whose powers threaten to reshape the city. It's a surprisingly engaging story for a game primarily focused on action, exploring betrayal, corruption and fractured loyalties without overstaying its welcome. Gameplay, however, is where Kusan City of Wolves truly shines. Although it asks quite a lot from the player, this is a top-down twin-stick shooter built around a brutal one-hit kill system. One mistake, one missed shot or one poorly timed movement and you're dead and sent back to the beginning of that level. Thankfully, the levels themselves are never too long, broken into segments, but the game quickly teaches you that every encounter becomes a deadly puzzle where precision matters above everything else. Each arena is carefully designed with enemy placements that encourage observation and planning before charging in. At first, this can feel overwhelming. You'll die frequently while learning where enemies are positioned, what weapons they're carrying, and the safest routes through each room. There's definitely a healthy amount of trial and error involved, but it rarely feels unfair. Every death teaches you something new, and every successful run feels entirely earned. I kid you not, the first boss encounter I came across, I died around 50 times. The boss battles are really great, but they are very, very challenging. As you progress, learning enemy placements and making full use of your growing arsenal of abilities becomes incredibly satisfying. Chaining together perfectly timed kills, parrying attacks, and clearing an entire room without taking damage creates an addictive sense of mastery. The game constantly rewards skillful play, encouraging players to become faster, cleaner, and more efficient. Combat also offers flexibility through two aiming styles. You can switch between a more stylish lock-on approach or free aim system, depending on your preferences. Having both options is appreciated, especially as certain situations favor one over the other. Alongside this, Jin gains access to the powerful warhand, upgradable abilities, firearms and melee weapons that allow you to tailor your loadout to suit your own playstyle. Whether you prefer aggressive assaults or slower, more tactical approaches, there's plenty of room to experiment. That said, the controls do take some getting used to. During the opening hours, movement doesn't always feel quite as fluid as I hoped, especially when trying to perform quick directional changes under pressure. There were moments where I felt like Jin wasn't responding quite as sharply as I wanted. Thankfully, once everything starts to click and muscle memory takes over, these issues become far less noticeable. It's simply one of those games that demands practice before it feels completely natural. The challenge level is unapologetically high. Kusan is not afraid to punish careless decisions, and there were certainly moments where frustration crept in after failing the same room multiple times. However, what kept me coming back was the knowledge that every obstacle was beatable. Plus, the game puts you right back into the action at the press of a button. Success always feels within reach if you're willing to adapt your strategy, improve your execution, and remain patient. Tactical thinking is just as important as quick reactions. Using cover, baiting enemies into vulnerable positions, and taking advantage of environmental layouts often proves far more effective than simply rushing forward. The game constantly asks you to think on your feet while maintaining lightning fast reflexes, creating encounters that remain engaging from beginning to end. Outside of the core campaign, there's plenty for completionists to enjoy. The game features 54 handcrafted stages spread across multiple chapters, each designed to encourage replayability. Levels can be revisited to chase better completion times, improve rankings, and earn coveted S ranks. For players who enjoy perfecting every encounter, there's an enormous amount of replay value here. Ultimately, Kusan City of Wolves succeeds because every part of its design works towards the same goal. The stylish presentation, outstanding soundtrack, comic-inspired storytelling, and brutally satisfying gameplay all come together to create an experience that's incredibly cohesive. It's undoubtedly a demanding game that won't appeal to everyone, particularly those looking for a more forgiving action experience, but for players who enjoy mastering difficult systems and overcoming steep challenges through kill rather than luck, it's immensely rewarding. Kusan may occasionally stumble with controls that require an adjustment period, but once everything clicks, it becomes difficult to put down. Every flawless room clear, every perfectly timed dodge, and every carefully executed plan feels exhilarating. For fans of games like Ocho or Hotline Miami, or if you're searching for a stylish, neon-drenched shooter that rewards precision, patience, and tactical thinking, Kusan City of Wolves is absolutely worth stepping into. It's brutal, beautiful, and immensely satisfying, a challenging ride that earns every victory. Kusan City of Wolves releases on the Nintendo eShop on the 30th of July, priced at $12.99 in the UK and $14.99 in the US. Let me know if you picked this one up and what you think about it in the comments below. Thanks as always for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, and until next time.